You ever had one of those bosses? Someone who truly had your back, who put your growth and your needs first? That's the whole idea behind servant leadership, right? For decades, it's been seen as the absolute gold standard. But what if it's not as perfect as it looks on paper?
And it's no surprise we all love the concept. I mean, the whole idea taps into something so fundamentally human, a principle that some of the most respected people in history have talked about. It feels right, you know?
But here's the twist. What if that exact popularity is what caused its downfall? What if the principles we all admire have somehow been, well, corrupted into something else entirely? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the dark side of servant leadership. Okay, let's get into it.
So, first things first, let's be clear. On paper, servant leadership is absolutely brilliant. It's what we all hope for in a boss, and it's what so many of us aspire to be when we're in charge. I mean, just picture a workplace where you actually feel valued, where your boss is genuinely invested in your career, in your growth. That's the dream, right? That's the promise of servant leadership, and it's a powerful vision. No wonder we're all so drawn to it.
And hey, the data backs it up. We're not just talking about feelings here. The benefits are real. Studies show that companies run by servant leaders, they see happier employees, people stick around longer, and yeah, even the profits go up. It's this awesome mix of having a good heart and a healthy bottom line.
Okay, so if it's so amazing, why are so many of us still dealing with terrible bosses? If this thing works, why doesn't it seem to be working everywhere? What is the missing piece of this puzzle?
And this is where it all starts to go sideways. As this beautiful philosophy got more popular, people started to package it. It became a product, a weekend training seminar, a book you buy at the airport, a corporate program. And that, right there, is when the trouble started.
Because the moment you try to sell something to a business, one question always comes up, and it's a question that completely changes the very soul of the idea.
And that question is all about return on investment, or ROI. It's simple, really. If a company shells out money for anything, whether it's new computers or a leadership workshop, they have to know it's going to make them even more money down the road.
And just like that, it's not about you anymore. It's about the balance sheet. The conversation shifts from how can we help our people grow and thrive to how can we get the most productivity out of our people? And that's a completely different question, isn't it? And here's the real kicker. It is next to impossible to draw a straight line between being a good leader and making more money this quarter. But that doesn't stop companies from demanding proof. It's that classic trap. What gets measured gets managed. And the things that are hardest to measure, like trust and morale, they just get pushed aside. Think about it like this. You help a friend move, right? You do it because they're your friend. It's all about the relationship. The pizza and beer at the end, that's just a thank you. But what if they offer you $500 to do it? Well, now it's not a favor, it's a gig, it's a job. Your focus shifts from the person to the payment. That's exactly what happens when you slap an ROI on service. It becomes a transaction.
And that gets to the very core of the problem. We've gotten so obsessed with trying to measure the financial payout of being a good leader that we're strangling the very thing that makes it work in the first place. It's heart.
So, if the problem is a twisted focus, then the solution has to be about shifting our mindset back. It's not about some new checklist or another corporate program. It's about getting back to the original intention, the heart of what it means to be a servant leader. And the solution is actually, well, it's surprisingly simple. We just need to add one little word, minded. It's the difference between doing servant leadership activities and being a servant-minded person. It's about your intention, not just your actions. So listen to how different this sounds. The corrupted, ROI-driven version asks, what can I get from my team if I serve them? See, it's a transaction. But true servant-minded leadership asks, what can I get for my team because I serve them? It's a total transformation. It's about their well-being being the goal itself. And that's really the question it all boils down to. When you lead, are you looking for a return on your investment in people? Or are you investing in their return, in their growth, their success? Is it all just a transaction? Or are you trying to create a transformation? Something to think about.